I've never wanted to deck an old lady as much as I did in that moment. I wanted to deck her.
They've had all day today to get me the fucking money. Well, where's my fucking money?
I left them in the parking lot. I'm so angry. I pulled over into a parking lot and I had to threaten the cops. How am I gonna look like I don't want to punch her? So, like, there's been a microwave saga situation at my job. So I had two things happen, like, back to back on 2 different days. But one day, I was heating up my lunch, and I stepped away from the microwave. Now, I sat it for, like, 3 or 4 minutes. This situation was just so dumb, because I went to go buy something. I went to go buy, like, a Diet Coke, because I really wanted a soda. And I had issues with it, and I got that figured out. And I walked up, like, within less than 30 seconds of my food being done. Like, I'm not kidding. It was like barely within 30 seconds. As I'm walking up, I see this person in my this person was in my training class. Touched my food, took my food out of the microwave, and I saw them like putting their food in. So they had like just done it because I had planned to be back before it was finished cooking. And I was like real irritated about that, but I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything because like at the end of the day, I did walk away from the microwave and it did finish cooking. Because the next day, a separate situation happened. So that day I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick a different microwave that's at like a different vantage point so I can see it better while I'm doing whatever I'm doing. And this time I walked away no less than 10 feet. My food was cooking, okay? Like it had not even been in the microwave for a minute and I set it for 3 minutes. And this old crony ass bitch walks up to my microwave that I had my different tumbler set on top of the microwave while my food was cooking. She took my I watched her take my tumbler off the microwave. And I'm like, she's not about to do what I think she's about to do. And she goes to press the button to take my food while it was cooking out of the fucking microwave. And I'm like, from across, like, I'm not kidding. I was less than 20 feet away at like the water cooler. And I was like, excuse me, I'm using that. Hello? The fucking audacity. I shamelessly, like after that happened, I was talking to someone in my training class, shamelessly said to this person, I was like, yeah, I think some people lack house training. Cause what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Like, I know children with better etiquette than that. So the first day when that incident happened, I was pissy about it because like, don't touch my food, you're a stranger, that's fucking weird, I don't appreciate it. But I had stepped away just to like deal with something and I came back to it. Long story short, I'm buying an electric lunchbox because what the fuck is this? Absolutely not. Absolutely the motherfuck not. Do they have like a policy that you have to stand there? Well, no, there's no policy. You just stand there where the food is cooking or something. It's just people are entitled. And honestly, I work in the sales world. So people are really entitled and selfish there, kind of inherently. A lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So, honestly, that's really that on that. The world revolves around that lady, don't you know? Seriously, Krabby. Oh my God. I gotta be careful. Here's any of my coworkers from my YouTube, but I had opinions and thoughts. Anyway, moving on. It is so bloody rude. Okay. I would at least edit out the calling the lady a B. It's fine. She was a bitch. Hey, I'm off the clock. So the microwave thing was kind of cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. If I had COVID, I wouldn't go to fucking work. I'd love an excuse to not go to work. Are you kidding? Oh, people. I blame the old lady who was touching your food for getting you sick. Me too. Fuck that bitch. I've never wanted to deck an old lady as much as I did in that moment. I wanted to deck her. I was so, like, I mentioned the girl, like, the first time that microwave situation happened. There was a little more room to be, like, I was a little more in the wrong in that situation, because, like, my microwave did go off, and I should have been there by the time it went off, but I just got caught off by, like, no more than 30 seconds. And I remember when I walked up and I realized some bitch had touched my food, I was like, touch your, like, I literally, to myself, in my head went, Rosie, what was it, Rosie? Check your face. That's what it was. I was like, Rosie, check your face. Check your face. Check your face. Because yeah, because my face says it all. And that's one of the reasons why I work on phones, not in person. I could never do in-person sales. Could never be me. Could never be me. But on the phone, oh my gosh, yes, mute. Oh my God, that's a fucking bitch. I can't fucking sit down. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like she took out of the microwave or she like manhandled it. I mean, the first person I didn't see. The second person I intervened. So I stopped her because she was, so the second person, because if you missed it earlier in the live, there was 2 situations on 2 different days. First one actually touched my shit, which is just crazy disrespectful. And my biggest hot button is disrespect. If I feel disrespected, we got a fucking problem. I can tolerate most shit, but if someone is outright disrespectful, I got a fucking problem. And that shit is disrespectful. Yeah, I will be purchasing an electric lunchbox as soon as I can. That is a priority purchase for me. If I play my cards right, if I figure out like how to use one and I could have it cook, and then go straight to my car, eat in my car, and I could maybe even do like lunch lives. They would be eat with me style because they would have to be. Hold on, someone just texted me. Hang on. I'm gonna deal with that text later. On Saturday, I gave somebody a ride home. I gave 2 people a ride home, and they said they were gonna pay me part through Zelle and part through Venmo, and I got $3 on one, and they were supposed to send me 12 on another. I never got it, and they just asked to set up for another ride. Maybe she didn't realize. I don't know, because I told her about it, and she said she was gonna send me a screenshot, and she never did. But I guess because like someone else was supposed to send it through Venmo or something. So I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not fucking around with that. I'm not like, and I'm gonna tell her straight out, like, if you want to do this with me, like, because I like a gas money hustle, you know what I'm saying? This isn't a charity. Like, I already have a 40-minute commute. It's one of the reasons why people are wanting to get rides from me, because like I'm more north, so it's like, she said that she's already spent like $800 on Ubers and shit, and I'm like, okay, so that means you need to like pay me. And I'm charging way less than Uber. Yeah, I can't afford the favor. Like, I've been like basically doing a side hustle on top of YouTube, on top of my job, which is like being an Uber for an hour after work. Like, normally it's 2 other people, and then these 2 people that I took on Saturday happened to be where the other 2 people, one of them didn't go to work that day and the other one left early. So if they had both been there, I would have had to take 3 separate addresses. So like, and I was charging each person a separate fee, so it would have been worth it. But like, that's how I'm able to like afford gas right now, and like that's all gonna be different. I'll be able to be a little more choosy, but right now, like, I need that shit, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, she was on my way home. Honestly, like, really was not far off from my house. Like, on my way up, like, she was about halfway. So it's not the end of the world, but it's also like, be of your word, you know? You would never catch me telling somebody I'll pay you for something and then I don't pay them. Never. I would rather die than even be perceived as that kind of person. Hello? Yeah, maybe have them pay you first. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell them. Be like, hey, you're gonna need to prepay. Sorry, I need you to prepay. Like, because the thing is, like, I'm not gonna shit where I eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna stiff somebody that I work with. That's crazy. Yeah, that ain't my style, but make sure you set the record straight. Yeah, I know. And so I'm just gonna lay it. I'm not gonna respond to it till I'm off the live. But also, I don't know if she thought I'm not gonna go out of my way to pick her up on my way to work. I ain't doing all that. I'll take you home, but I ain't gonna leave early to go pick up people that I don't know. Absolutely not. Yeah, I don't know about monthly, but I was considering weekly. Oh, it's fine. I don't know. I'll play that by ear. I don't know how people don't have cars in Florida. Oh my god, I have to deal with that text. Oh, I just remembered. I need to do shit and like just I need to schedule an aneurysm. Because I'm losing my mind. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to work tomorrow.
Update from the live yesterday. I received a text from one of my coworkers basically wanting to figure out about getting a ride to work, and I was like, I've never said I'll bring y'all to work. And that's when I informed them again that I still had not been paid for the first ride I gave them. I was assured I'd get it. I still don't have it. This is the first time I gave these 2 women rides because they're on my way home. And I said $50 for one way. And then I was DMing with one of the other ones, like in the work chat. And I was like, and they were acting like I said $15 for round trip drives. I'm sorry. In what economy? What? In what economy? Are you kidding? I'm delaying going home to give you a ride. The bare minimum you can do is pay me a discounted rate based on a regular Uber ride. Are you joking? You live 25 minutes north of our job, and you want to pay me $7.50 per one-way trip? Are you joking? For 2 passengers? Are you joking? Ridiculous. I even flat out said to them, I was like, at this point, because of how everything played out, I was like, unless you pay me, I'm not giving you rides. Because you've abused my kindness at this point. Like, I didn't say it like that part, but like, they've abused my kindness at this point. Like, it would have been one thing if there was like a delay and they'd actually they had a whole fucking weekend. A whole fucking weekend. They've had all day today to get me the fucking money. But they currently owe me $12. And they're like, being like, okay, well, like, so, what do you, like, acting like I'm putting them out by charging $15 for a one-way 25-minute ride instead of $15 for a round trip, leaving it earlier to go pick them up and having to like wait on them however long that takes. And also, on to top it all off, they're smokers. Like, no offense, but like, you're literally smoking and then immediately getting in my van, and I have lung issues. And like, I'll deal with it for the fucking money. And like, thank you for not asking me to smoke in my car. But like, bro, if I could afford my own gas money, I wouldn't be doing it at all. But I am doing it for gas money until I get at least my first check. The dude that I give rides to, I would keep doing it because he's chill. We're like kind of friendly. He's chill. no drama. He lives like 10 minutes from here, so not a big deal. But these women are starting to piss me off. Mainly one of them. I think the other one genuinely didn't even know what was going on, so I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt. Well, where's my fucking money? And it's like, it's not even about, like, it's $12. Like, it's not the end of the world. But it's not the fucking principle. Like, why are you gonna, like, shortchange someone you fucking see every goddamn day and work with? And you're, like, so thankful to get rides from me because you spent already $800 in Uber fees. I'm doing you a huge fucking favor and you can't even, like, give bare minimum respect. Like, hello? Are you good? No, the answer's no. What the fuck? But yeah, it's starting to get to a point where it's like, once I have the money, I'm gonna just be like, fuck, y'all figure it the fuck out. Y'all got paid. Pay your fucking dues. I'm over this shit. But it's been basically like a side hustle because, like, I'm going to be spending about $200 a month on gas alone. It is the principle of it. I just, my fears about this job lie in the fact of me needing to be kind of pushy enough. And I think with some practice, I could be pretty good with this job. I default to, like, wanting to save people not money, not wanting to make them spend more. But yeah, Kel's like I was saying, it's the fucking principle of it all. And it's just like, why are you gonna be shitty to people you work with, like, you have to see every day? I'm also the kind of person where I would literally never, and I mean never, go and, like, tell them I would pay them for something and then not fucking pay them. I've had situations where, like, I thought things went through and then they didn't, and when I found out, I was mortified and I, like, immediately corrected and apologized. More often than not in those types of situations, like, I'm throwing on an extra $5 just to say I'm fucking sorry. I just don't understand how selfish some people can truly be, like, in their core. I just don't give a fuck about, like, how they're impacting other people. There was no microwave situation today because I camped out my microwave. It's just annoying because it's like, if people weren't such fucking vultures, I could, it takes 3 minutes to cook. I can walk over and fill up my water cooler. I can walk over to hide a friend real quick. And it's like, I don't get to do that because people don't know how to fucking behave. They could never use someone like that. I mean, same, I couldn't, like, sit with myself, I feel guilty and probably cry my eyes out. Honestly, Kel, same. I'd be so embarrassed. I couldn't, like, sit with myself, literally. I basically have 2 jobs now. I count YouTube as, like, a job. Like, a job. Like, in the sense that it doesn't honestly feel like a job, but I take it seriously and I put so much time in it that it's like, it's kind of a job. And I do technically make money off of it, right? I do feel this, like, pressure. Like, I don't want to disappoint you guys. And we're on week 2, and I think I'm going to be able to swing 5 days of content. And I think if I can play my cards right, I can keep that up for a bit.
I was verbally berated on my way home today because I was not giving rides for free. If you've been in my other lives prior to this one, I talked about how I made some deals with some coworkers who needed rides to places where I was charging them lower than Uber would. So I can make a little gas money and they don't have to pay Uber prices. It's a mutually, like, beneficial thing, right? You'd think it'd be mutually beneficial, right? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Who would have fucking thought? Who would have thought? Honestly. I'd never give that coworker a ride again. Oh no, I kicked them out of my car, dude. I haven't even gotten to the story yet. I know the title's gonna get people to go, excuse me, but it's what happened. Hi, oh, Jessica, of course you're here, Messica. What the fuck? There's a mess involved, you're here. I need to soften. I kept my cool, but I lost connection for a second. I'm still sick. I haven't missed a lick of work. That's what I get for that. I'm having a day. So I started out in my training class giving 2 guides rides in my class. And I charge them both separately depending upon Uber's rates and their locations. They both have been paying their way. I get approached by these 2 women. One of them is chill, one of them is not chill. The one that is not chill is in my training class. Because of course she is. Chemicals. Okay, moving on. So, these 2 women asked me for rides. The first day, the first coworker, who I said was the guy that was, quote, interesting, that I'm choosing to not talk about online because I need to see how that plays out. And then the other guy's like a chill guy who's also friends with the first guy, and they live pretty close together, and we made our arrangements. I explained to the first girl, the second girl is the one in my class, the first girl is not. I got myself into trouble, guys, and I just was trying to be nice, and I'm gonna have to really circumvent how I operate now, because what really sucks is I was excited to come home and go live and tell you guys about how great today was. Like, I came in second again on Kahoot. I was, like, doing really well in front of senior managers. Like, I was, like, killing it in participation, and, like, I've been standing out for good reasons at work. And so it's been going well. I've literally been, like, sitting in the bathroom at work on breaks with my headphones on, editing videos for, like, 15 minutes at a time, or, like, for parts of my hour lunch. Like, just to find extra time to put into what I'm actually passionate about here. I'm jumping around because I'm really frazzled. Because I didn't have any strong physical reactions, but like outwardly, I kept myself very contained because of how bad this can go for me. I was shaking, I don't know, for 20 minutes of my 50-minute drive after I left them in the parking lot. Because I was already shortchanged for the first ride. They still owed me money. And I didn't like pull a dick move and make them get out of my car when they didn't prepay me, and I didn't want to create an awkward situation in the work parking lot, even though I had a conversation with the girl who's supposed to pay me, and I told her, I'm not giving you rides unless you prepay. And she didn't prepay. And so we drop off the second person and we start driving, and I eventually get the gumption, I turn on the radio and I ask the girl in the back, like, why I hadn't been prepaid yet. Just like that. I wasn't like, why haven't you paid me? I wasn't like, where's my fucking money? I was just like, why? Like, we had this conversation. I'm not going to say that because I'm not going to talk down to you. Yesterday, I gave a ride to just the girl that was sitting in the back, and I learned some stuff about their home life. I learned some stuff about this other person that really put me on pause and made me realize I had accidentally walked into something that was way more drama than it was ever worth. I'm not going to go into their personal business online. That's not fair of me to do at all. I'll just say that it's really, really messy, and this woman showed me with how she treated me that this person in my car was not lying to me. She basically told me, I believe her exact words were that you're bullshit for charging people money, and she was like grilling me about how much I was charging the other guys, and I go, it's discounted based off of Uber's running rate for your address from our job. I'm not a charity. I got money to make too. I'm working. You are paying for my time and my gas and my mileage. You are paying something that is less than the standard rate to get a discount because we are having a mutually beneficial exchange. 1 + 1 = 2, my guy. I don't quite get it beyond that. So she says that, and she called me bullshit, and I remember I had the steering wheel in front of me, I went, okay. Turning lane signal went on, went into the other lane, turned into the first parking lot I saw. I think it was a Smoothie King parking lot. I park, and I look, and I go, so-and-so, the girl in the back, I said, I don't care what you do, you get out of my car. She's like, I can't believe this, da-da-da. I look at her and I go, you have 2 choices. Just like that. You have 2 choices. I had to gentle parent a woman older than my mother. I didn't even have to say what the choices are, but it's kind of clear. Get out of my car or I call the police, because I ain't fucking around with this. None of this is worth my time, my peace, my grace. None of it. I don't let people I love mistreat me. The fuck you think you're gonna mistreat me? Who the fuck do you think you are? Absolutely not. But how I talk to her is very important, because I now have an HR nightmare on my hands because I was trying to do something nice to help her and me. I don't owe her shit. And to act so goddamn entitled, to think you're entitled to my time, my gas, to complain that I'm dropping off other people before it escalated. I said, like, she was starting to escalate. She complained about, she said like $15 for a 30-minute ride. $15 for a 30-minute ride. $15 for a 30-minute ride. I really want to stress that. Honestly, she was on my way home. Honestly, like, really was not far off from my house. Because I think they thought I was going to charge them $15 for 2 30-minute rides. But I don't do rides for coworkers in the morning. My mornings are for me. She was like, $15 for what? That was what she said. $15 for what?
Was there on my way home.
And I said, you can get an Uber. Just like that. Because I'm at that point, I'm talking to a customer. At that point, I'm like, I am basically at this point right second in my class behind a 19-year-old. I'm not gonna fucking risk this for some ornery old fucking... No, Rosie, stop. We're not saying shit about her. It ain't worth my job. It ain't worth my job. I would have charged my own sister $20. Exactly. And I was like, I almost pulled over and went live because, you guys, when I deal with confrontation like that, I physically shake. Sometimes my legs shake so bad. I mean, literally like this. Because I have CPTSD, and that's how my body manifests stress response in heightened stress situations. Specifically for confrontation, that's something that I've had since I was young, honestly. It's gotten worse because I have the ability to command myself with my voice and my presence. I'm best confrontational when I'm seated. And what was crazy is she was not the one paying. She was bumming a free ride off of her. She's crazy. Yeah, Chris, don't delete that comment. But yeah, she wasn't even paying. It wasn't even her money. Look, they can play Connect while I play chess. I already called my training manager as soon as they got out of my car. So I left a voicemail with a timestamp, and I was very careful with what I said and how I said it. But I have a timestamp catalog now and statement. I'm probably gonna have to wake up really early I'm probably going to try to show up to work an hour early just so no one sees me go into HR's office, and hopefully I can handle it. I hope I can handle it before people get there. The worst part, guys, is she directly threatened me. She directly threatened me with, wait till I tell everybody about what a con artist you are. I'm so mad. Ugh, fuck that bitch. Ugh, fuck that bitch. I have to document it. My plan is to walk into the office and I'm going to tell her I don't want to do anything. I want to escalate anything. I don't want to have any conversations. I want her to document my statement and what happened, because I have a very strong feeling that this is going to escalate. Women like this, the bottom line is I will outlast her. So I just have to cover my ass. And also I need to follow protocol. Protocol is when situations like this happen, is you need to let your company know, and that's protocol. And I'm going to follow the protocol. And I'm willing to be honest, and I'm going to tell them how we got here and let them know that I cut it off immediately, but that I was threatened, that I was threatened with a hostile work environment. So this is something to get HR involved with, unfortunately. I wanted to really avoid HR for the first month or two, because because once I get my medical notes, I want to have to become besties with her, and I would rather wait and not have any kind of reputation attached to my name. But I can't risk not telling HR, and I'm pissed. You guys, I'm so angry. Basically, the TLDR of it is I was verbally berated for not giving a free ride to a coworker. I was called a con artist for winning gas money, and I really got my vibe fucked up on the way home, and that's not a vibe. I'm not even upset about her. Like, oh my god, I do not care. I'm worried about the long-standing repercussions. I mean, I feel like she's gonna tell on herself, and like, it'll all work out in the end. And I believe I'm generally well liked at work. I think I have a good standing. Sometimes I worry about being seen as too much of a brown noser. Chris, it's okay. Please don't over delete comments, Chris. Please, like, unless they're being directly spamming or mean. Yeah, like those should be deleted. But some of those don't need to be. I'm low-key angry at that girl now. Yeah. And I have to work with her every day, dude. I have to work with this woman every day. Why do I always attract the difficult people? I really gotta be careful what I say here. I'm just pissed. I'm just really pissed. Because y'all saw how irritated I was about the microwave situation. This level of disrespect. How am I gonna watch my face? How am I gonna look like I don't want to punch her? I don't want to punch her. I won't punch her. But you know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna not have resting bitch face? I'm gonna try to avoid her, but we're in the same training class for the next fucking 12 weeks. We're only 1 week in, dude. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just really, really putting emphasis on the situation I'm in. The lady's entitlement was insane. Absolutely. That's the part that I can't get. I am a people pleaser to a fault. I say I'm a people pleaser in recovery. And I am in recovery, and I fucking relapsed, man. But I stood up for myself. I didn't take her home. I pulled over into a parking lot, and I had to threaten the cops. I didn't have to say the word cops. I didn't even have to actually pick up my phone, but I would have. Because I have been mistreated enough in my life. I won't let my family mistreat me. I'll step up toe-to-toe with my mama, and you think I'm not gonna go toe-to-toe with you? Please. I hate stepping up to my mama. And I only do it if absolutely necessary. Because I don't let people disrespect my boundaries. And I don't care if you're my mama. I've been through enough and I've done enough therapy. I will not let anyone mistreat me. There ain't no paycheck. There ain't nothing that could sell my soul hard enough to be disrespected. Fuck out of here. I think she's gonna be gone soon too. I'd like to manifest no crossing of paths. Just stay out of my way. And my goal is to get leadership, and that's why it's like, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. And I want to keep it out of the office. But I gotta cover my own ass. And so, she can keep playing Connect 4, I'm gonna play chess. That's all I gotta say about that. And then I try to do things to be nice, and then I end up in drama anyway, and I am bad at, like, reading social situations and, like, certain things. And I was just so nervous to be too aggressive too early. With, like, I almost told them I was just gonna, like, figure out another ride. I wish, with all my might, I had done that today. That's why earlier when I was like saying with full conviction, I don't let anyone mistreat me, I mean that shit. If I think you might even have an inkling of narcissistic tendency, I'm out. I don't care if that means I'm alone for the rest of my life. I don't give a shit. I am here to protect my heart and my peace. I'm not going to ever let anyone treat me like that again. That's all I know. I think there's like varying levels of problematic, right? And at the end of the day, to expect someone to be 0% problematic is unrealistic. Being a human is being a problem. Obviously, there are some things that are absolutely inexcusable and horrible and da-da-da-da. And then there are some things that it's just like, yeah, it's someone who is being human and In that moment, they were kind of shitty. But how have they tried to make up for it? How have they addressed it? How have they moved forward from it? That's what I care about.